Somewhere inside you, right now, there is a key. Not a key you can hold in your hand, not one you can put in your pocket. It's a key made of thought, of decision, of belief, and it opens a door that most people walk past their entire lives without ever noticing. That door leads to the life you actually want, the confidence you wish you had, the income you keep telling yourself you'll earn someday, the version of you that stopped waiting for permission. For over a century, thinkers, philosophers, and self-made men and women have circled around the same discovery. Success is not an accident. It's not luck, and it's not reserved for the naturally gifted. Success is the result of a specific, repeatable mental process, one that ordinary people have used again and again to build extraordinary lives. This is not a script about get-rich-quick schemes. This is about the master key, the inner architecture of achievement. And in the next 15 minutes, we're going to walk through it together, piece by piece. Let's begin. Every great achievement in human history started the same way, with a single burning idea in someone's mind. Not a wish, not a vague hope, a definite purpose. Here's the distinction most people miss. Wanting to be successful is not a goal. It's a fog. You cannot walk toward fog. You can only wander in it, exhausted, wondering why you're not getting anywhere. A definite purpose is different. It's specific. It's dated. It's written down. It says, I will build a business generating this much revenue by this date. Or I will become the top performer on my team within 12 months. Or I will write and publish my book by next spring. The moment a goal becomes specific, something strange happens in the mind. It stops being a daydream and starts becoming a target. And targets can be hit. Ask yourself honestly, do you have a definite purpose right now? Not a general direction, an actual written, dated objective that you could recite without hesitation if someone asked you? If the answer is no, that's not a failure. That's simply the starting line. Because the first step on this path isn't hustle. It isn't grinding harder. It's clarity. Take a moment right now and imagine writing one sentence. My definite purpose is. No one builds anything great alone. This is not motivational fluff. It's a practical, almost mathematical truth. When two or more minds work together in harmony toward a shared goal, something is created that neither mind could produce alone. Call it synergy, call it collective intelligence, call it whatever you like. The effect is real. Ideas collide, sharpen, and multiply. Blind spots get covered. Momentum becomes contagious. Think about the most successful people you know, or the most successful people in history. Not one of them did it in total isolation. Behind every visible success is an invisible alliance. Mentors, partners, advisors, teams, even rivals who pushed them to sharpen their edge. This means one of the most valuable things you can do for your future is not just work on yourself, it's choose who surrounds you. The people you spend the most time with are quietly shaping your standards, your beliefs about what's possible, and your habits. So ask yourself, who is in your circle? Are they stretching you, or are they anchoring you to where you already are? You don't need 100 allies. Sometimes 2 or 3 sharp, honest, ambitious people are enough to change the entire trajectory of your life. Seek them out. Contribute to them as much as you take. That's how real alliances are built, not through networking for personal gain, but through genuine mutual value. Here is an uncomfortable truth. The biggest obstacle standing between you and the life you want is very rarely external. It's the quiet, persistent voice inside your own mind that says, who are you to want this? What if you fail? What if people laugh? That voice feels like protection. It is actually a cage. Self-confidence isn't arrogance, and it isn't something you're simply born with or without. It is built. The same way a muscle is built, through repeated evidence. Every time you make a decision and follow through, no matter how small, you are casting a vote for a new identity, an identity that keeps its word to itself. Here's a practical way to think about it. Confidence is not the absence of fear. It's action taken in spite of fear, repeated often enough that the fear starts to lose its grip. If you've ever doubted yourself so deeply that you talked yourself out of trying, you are not broken, and you are not alone. That inner critic exists in every single person who has ever achieved anything meaningful. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not the absence of that voice. It's the decision to act anyway. Start small if you need to. Keep one promise to yourself today, then another tomorrow. Confidence compounds exactly like interest, slowly and then suddenly. Every single thing that has ever been built by human hands, every invention, every business, every piece of art, existed first as a thought in someone's imagination before it existed in the physical world. Imagination is not childish escapism. It is the workshop where the future is designed before it's constructed. Most adults stop using their imagination deliberately. They let it run on autopilot, replaying worries and rehearsing worst-case scenarios. But imagination is a tool, and like any tool, it can be pointed with intention. Try this. Close your eyes for a moment. Not now, but later today. And picture in vivid detail the version of your life you're working toward. Not vaguely, specifically. What does your typical Tuesday look like? What have you accomplished? How do you carry yourself? This isn't wishful thinking. It's mental rehearsal. Athletes have used this exact technique for decades, visualizing the perfect performance before it happens, so the mind and body already recognize the path when the real moment arrives. Your imagination has been building your limitations for years without you noticing. It's time to let it start building your possibilities instead.
Music, swelling gently. Let's bring it all together. A definite purpose gives you direction. A mastermind alliance gives you leverage. Unshakable self-belief gives you the courage to begin. Imagination gives you the blueprint. And persistence gives you the staying power to see it through. None of these principles are complicated. None of them require special talent, a certain background, or permission from anyone else. They are available to you exactly as you are right now in this moment. The master key was never hidden from you. It was inside you the entire time, waiting for you to stop searching outward and start turning it yourself. So here is your moment. Not tomorrow, not when things settle down. Now, decide on your definite purpose. Choose one person to bring into your corner. Keep one promise to yourself today. Picture in vivid detail the life you're building. And when it gets hard, and it will, remember that hard is not a sign to stop. It's a sign you're close. The door has always been unlocked. All that was ever missing was the decision to turn the key. Fade music out. End of script.